And we begin tonight with the feds reportedly investigating one of former President Trump's most loyal allies.
The New York Times reports the Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz is the subject of an investigation into possible sex trafficking.
Well, Gaetz tonight is forcefully denying the accuracy of the report. KCAL9 political reporter Tom Wade is here live with the fast-moving developments. Tom?
Hi, Pat and Juan. Well, Gaetz is wildly popular among conservatives, in part because of his loyalty to Mr. Trump. He makes frequent appearances on conservative media and was on Fox News just tonight, not just denying the allegations against him, but also saying he and his family are the victims of an extortion attempt. Florida conservative Congressman Matt Gaetz, a staunch ally of former President Donald Trump, may be facing legal trouble. The New York Times is reporting the Justice Department is investigating whether Mr. Gaetz had a sexual relationship with a 17-year-old girl. The Times reports investigators are examining whether Mr. Gaetz violated federal sex trafficking laws. It was not clear how Mr. Gaetz met the girl, believed to be 17 at the time of the encounters about 2 years ago, that investigators are scrutinizing. Within hours of the report, Gaetz went on Fox News to deliver a stunning interview.
The person doesn't exist. I have not had a relationship with a 17-year-old. That is totally false. The allegation, as I read it in the New York Times, is that I've traveled with some 17-year-old in some relationship. That is false, and records will bear that out to be false.
Gaetz says he and his family are the victims of an extortion plot.
What is happening is an extortion of me and my family involving a former Department of Justice official. On March 16th, my father got a text message demanding a meeting wherein a person demanded $25 million in exchange for making horrible sex trafficking allegations against me go away.
Loyola law professor and political analyst Jessica Levinson.
If what Representative Gaetz is saying is true, he is the subject of criminal behavior. Now, it is important to remember, and again, we don't know what happened in this case, but it is important to remember that you can simultaneously be the victim of extortion and also have committed a crime. This is a developing story. We don't know what's happened.
The Times reports the investigation was opened during the final months of the Trump presidency under the former Attorney General William Barr. The Times claims the inquiry into Gaetz is part of a larger investigation into one of Gaetz' allies, a local Florida official who was indicted last summer on several charges, including sex trafficking of a child.
This is the definition of a fluid situation where first we have information that Representative Gaetz is under investigation for these very serious federal charges. Then he comes forward and he says, actually, I'm the subject to extortion. There is no criminal behavior here. The only criminal behavior is on the part of a former Department of Justice official who's extorting me and my family. We're working with the FBI. My father's been wearing a wire. If you just release that wire, it will tell you the full story. I mean, this is really extraordinary.
The Times reports this is a federal investigation because it is illegal to transport a minor across state lines for sex. Also, we reached out to the Department of Justice late this evening to ask about Gaetz' extortion allegation. We have not heard back. Juan, back to you.